Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
I'll take you for a ride.
All right, we're just going to start in about 10 seconds.
Yay.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be like 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Weisscast on this Friday that's rainy. I'm your host, Aaron Weiss, along with my co-host.
I'm the cone host now. I've been up for
I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
Or maybe I'm the I don't know if the cone host is the upgrade or downgrade. Either
Right,
way, regardless of my title, I'm the cone host / co-host Bryant, and I hope that you're having a great Friday.
Bryant really likes ice cream, so just like figured he could be the cone host for a week, even though it's a little bit chilly out. But yeah, Bryant, it's a rainy Friday here in Georgia.
Yeah.
You got any plans to avoid the outside?
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Forget the rain.
Yeah, as I was telling you earlier in pre-show, I've watched a lot of Arrowverse TV shows in the last week, like we discussed at the end of last week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost done with Link's Awakening. I'm in the final dungeon. And then after that, I'm gonna play Borderlands 3.
Hey, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice docket of Vigi games lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
How about you? What do you got planned for the rainy day?
I got invited by some college students that are a part of campus ministry similar to the one that you work for here in town to come by and make a character for their D&D campaign.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to go do that. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, D&D is pretty big at the campus ministry I work at. My coworker Trey, I know last semester he was the dungeon master for 2 campaigns.
Yikes.
And I want to say this semester he's like 3 or 4.
That's too much.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Well, I think that it's technically the same campaign, just different groups.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
I think, but yeah. If I lived closer to campus, he and Parker live like a block away from Bread. If I lived closer, I'd probably be more willing to get into Dungeons and Dragons. But having that 20-minute drive, and they typically play after hours, and it's just not fun making that drive in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I understand that.
But yeah, from there, I guess we'll go on with our joke. I did not change Siri. I forgot until just this moment. But
all right, Siri, you're on a short leash. If this joke is not good, you're being annexed next week.
Also, before the joke, I need to acknowledge something. I uploaded the wrong file last week, and I rickrolled not only the listeners but myself. And
so basically, we're starting from ground zero with no listeners.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so if you listened or if you attempted to listen to the podcast before Sunday afternoon, you heard an 8-bit trap version of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
Wait, here's the real question though. Why do you have the capabilities of uploading that?
It was an outro song for one of the episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I I named last week's episode Revitalized, and in my Weisscast folder, it saved it right above Rick Astley's 8-Bit Trap remix. And I guess I just grabbed the wrong file when uploading last week.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I'm glad that I noticed. I mean, granted, it took me like 36 hours to notice, but I'm glad that I eventually noticed. So yeah, I apologize for that, and it probably won't happen again.
Maybe.
It maybe won't happen again. So from there, it's joke time. Tell me a joke.
Here's one for the kiddos. How do scientists keep their breath fresh? Experiments.
I am all the way done.
Yeah, you know what? Live on the air, I'm going to change. I'm going to change Siri.
Sorry, Australian VC. Australian VC. Jeez, what am I talking about?
Let's do Irish.
I'm Siri, your virtual assistant.
There we go. All right, so
Australian series visa is up, everybody. So she's going back to Melbourne. I'm gonna say she's from Melbourne.
Nah, she's from Tasmania.
I'm down with that too.
Brian, let's start with one of your articles this week. Sorry for that harsh transition, but I just want to get going, you know?
No, we're good. So Disney Plus is doing well, and largely, almost entirely, has to do with its Star Wars content.
Yep.
It's probably its most popular stuff that it has on the platform at the moment. It hasn't.
Yeah, I was going to say as of right now.
At the moment, it hasn't launched its Marvel stuff yet, which I'm sure will be just as high of a quality as the Star Wars content is. And there has been an Obi-Wan television series that has already been announced. And Ewan McGregor will be reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi, taking place after the events of Episode 3. Some news came out late last night that the scripts apparently aren't at a place where Disney are happy with them, and that after kind of reviewing a lot of the scripts, that Disney, quote, sent the crew home after kind of going through the reviews and everything. And basically what happened is Kathleen Kennedy and co over at Lucasfilm were kind of still feeling a little bit rocky after the really cold kind of reception that Star Wars Rise of Skywalker has received, mostly from critics. It's got like Star Wars Rise of Skywalker has received the lowest critical scores of any Star Wars movie that has ever been released. And even though it's grossed over $1 billion in the box office, it has grossed the least amount from all of the newer movies that have been made. And so I think that they are wanting to kind of get things right. And so the story kind of came out that the scripts aren't good enough and Disney and Lucasfilm aren't happy with them. And so the Obi-Wan series has been delayed. But Ewan McGregor, the main character, who will be portraying the main character, rather, was interviewed about it. And he said all of this is basically a bunch of BS. Nothing is like, he's seen 90% of the scripts. Everybody was happy with them. And they're just pushing the show back to the beginning of 2021 is when they're going to start shooting. So I don't know. What do you think about hearing that news and kind of hearing about Disney kind of rebounding again like they did after Last Jedi based off of reviews?
Well, I don't think a company making over $1 billion should listen to the reviews. Like it I think it's cool that they're concerned with the quality, which is, whatever a lot of the reviews are saying is just like, it's not, this movie's not up to quality with a lot of the other Star Wars, whatever. But at the same time, your property just made $1 billion in the box office. Like it shouldn't make them shy. And I think they're hoping that all of this will blow over for Rise of Skywalker, and then we'll get in good graces with Mandalorian season 2, which is probably what will happen. But why not start shooting as soon as you can, not delay it to early 2021, and then release it, mid 2021. So like give us a few months between Mandalorian and Obi-Wan, but there's probably going to be a year between Mandalorian and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then probably after that, they're going to trade off every other year.
Yeah, I think Disney understood with the way that they handled Star Wars early on that hype fatigue is actually a legitimate thing, where like you can only get people excited about seeing a new version of something so many times before it just starts to be draining. Because Disney originally wanted to release a Star Wars movie every year, and realized that wasn't feasible, and so they pushed that back a little bit. And originally, Ewan McGregor said they were going to start filming in the summer of 2020 and release early 2021. Yep. But instead, they're going to be filming early 2021 and probably releasing in the summer of 2021.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm glad that this report contradicts ones that I saw as like pushed back indefinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was just so discouraging for fans. Especially because this one's been looked forward to ever since Whispers of an Obi-Wan movie, which is what this is now. They just converted it to a TV show.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see, where are we at on the... Oh, just in time.
Look at that. Oh, crickets.
All right. So the next article is one that I posted, and I know that the headline that I wrote says Elder Scrolls is entering full production, but I meant to say Elder Scrolls is just entering production, and I don't know exactly what that means, and neither does the writer of the article, but that means for me that in the next generation we will be getting a new Elder Scrolls game.
About time.
And yeah, for real, it's been a little over 8 years, and they've released Skyrim 1,000 times on everything. I'm pretty sure that you could even get it on floppy disk at one point. You just get about 10,000 floppies. But yeah, I love the Elder Scrolls games. I was introduced to them. I was first introduced to Morrowind on Xbox, but I didn't play it as much. A friend got Oblivion for PC way back, and I remember playing at his house. And then finally it came out to a console, and I had an Xbox, and I got Oblivion for Xbox 360. And then I loved that game a lot. I actually, truthfully, never beat it. But then I got Skyrim, and I think I've told the story 1,000 times. I got Skyrim day one, put 40 hours on it that weekend, and then didn't touch it again for like a year. So,
man, that's a lot of hours in a weekend.
Yeah. I think Skyrim is the game that I've played the most, just like ever. I don't know how many hundreds of hours I put on it across different platforms. I bought it. I had it on PS3, Xbox 360, PC, Xbox One, and I have it on Switch.
Man.
Yeah. But
it is a good game. So.
Yeah. a fantastic game. So, I don't know actually if we've talked about do you like the Elder Scrolls games?
Yeah, I love the Elder Scrolls games. Yeah,
And
I was first introduced to Morrowind. I didn't play Oblivion,
mhm,
but I did play Skyrim,
mhm.
and I enjoyed my time playing Skyrim. I'm looking forward to the next Elder Scrolls game, and I think Bethesda needs this.
Yeah.
They need it to be good.
As long as they don't pull a Fallout 4.
Well, Fallout 4 I don't think was a bad game.
It added a lot of unnecessary things.
Yes, yeah, I would agree with that.
So
And it's very buggy at launch, which
yeah,
is like
classic Bethesda.
it's classic Bethesda, but at some point it's unacceptable. And I think that for Bethesda, you need to upgrade your hardware in studio so that when you make games that are going to come out next generation, that they are of better quality.
Yeah.
Every developer has its quirks.
Mhm.
But Bethesda's are like almost laughably obvious, but people have kind of dealt with them because the games have been so fun. But
Yeah.
kind of burning some bridges with some of the decisions that they've made from a PR standpoint and stuff. So
Mhm.
they need this game to be really good.
Yeah, they do. And honestly, they shouldn't really be working on anything else right now except for Starfield.
I'm interested in that.
I'm pretty sure Starfield will come out before Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 6.
It will.
But yeah, I'm really excited, and I don't know if we have enough time to talk about it. I'll just say it really quick. I've been thinking about the next generation of consoles a lot, and I think I mentioned it last week how PlayStation games might be coming to PC, and I've been really thinking about just upgrading my PC instead of buying a new console. But then I realized I have a bunch of Xbox One games that will be backwards compatible, or that will work with the next Xbox because of backwards compatibility. And that's like, I don't want to lose all those games, so I might be forced to upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All right, Bethesda. All eyes are on you.
they are.
Don't mess this up.
Let's go to the next article.
Yeah, so one of the most popular games of all time, Tetris, had a mobile version.
Yep.
That was made by EA and PopCap, called Tetris Blitz. And at that point, it was the only mobile version of Tetris that you could play.
Yeah.
And EA have announced that Tetris Blitz will actually be shutting down in April. But a new version of Tetris is already being released on iOS and Android, made by the company Network, and the E in Network is just a 3. They have like struck a multi-year partnership with the Tetris company to make this game, and so it's available right now to download on mobile, and it has a bunch of really annoying ads, but you can get rid of those obviously if you pay $5.
$5.
$5, yeah, $5. They got to make their money.
That's true.
Yeah, I thought this was really interesting because I was watching a YouTuber that I followed for a while, and he was doing his name is Northern Lion, and he did a video recently where he has this thing where he brings friends on, and he calls it the Northern Lion Super Show, and he brings them on, they play games, and they just have conversations about things.
Yeah.
Whatever comes to mind for them. They could talk about anything from like Big Brother. One of the guys that he's a friend with that he plays games with was on a season of Big Brother. So they'll talk about like the ins and outs of reality TV, just the direction of video games, kind of nostalgia. They sat down together and ranked all the original 151 Pokemon, put them in a tier list. That was really interesting to watch. But one of these times they were talking about the ins and outs of reality TV. They were playing the Tetris game that you can play with a partner that's on Switch right now. And I was watching that and I was like, man, I love Tetris. I wish I could play Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
Do you own that game on Switch, or have you ever been a big
Tetris 99 or Puyo Puyo Tetris?
Tetris 99.
I do have that game. I'm terrible at Tetris, so I'm not very good at that. So, yeah.
Man, I love Tetris. I think it's like, it's one of those kind of takes you back to like a simpler time with video games, you know?
Yeah.
Just kind of test how quick you are and how quick you can recognize like gaps and fill spaces, and it's really cool.
You know, for I don't know how long it was. For a while, Tetris was considered the best game of all time.
I would agree with that in a lot of respects. Probably not now.
Probably not. No, but it was in the early days of gaming, like still like between NES and SNES. But
I would still consider Tetris to be right up there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that there's a game that is more replayable than that.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways.
Oh, for sure.
It's so fun, and it's so fun to play. I'm gonna start playing Tetris again.
You should.
I'm gonna download this.
So,
live on the air.
Me and Aaron and Jacob all have a game called Puyo Puyo Tetris. And Puyo Puyo is a Sega puzzle game, and they crossed it over with Tetris, and it's kind of like Tetris 99 in that you play against each other and you can send attacks. And it's a lot of fun, and whenever we're all together, we end up playing a few rounds. But yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris is probably my favorite version of Tetris. Actually, my brother got me into that. I think that was the first game that he had for Switch.
Wow, man.
I highly recommend it.
There's some days I wish I had a Switch, because I think that there's certain types of games that Nintendo make with their partnership with Sega, or like their specific demographic that they're trying to reach, that I'm so interested in, but I've locked myself into Xbox. So I could just buy a Switch. It's not like I can't just buy a Switch.
Yeah, the Switch Lite's only $200.
Earl, don't tip me.
All right, I guess next topic, huh? So, I didn't know that they were remaking Pokemon the first movie on Netflix until yesterday. And apparently it's coming next month. So, the remake is called just Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back. And it is a completely CG version of Pokemon the first movie, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it does look good.
I have a lot of nostalgia for Pokemon the first movie, because that is one of the first movies that I saw in theaters, and it might actually be the first movie that I saw in theaters. I just don't exactly remember the time of year that it came out. Like, I know that Star Wars came out in the summer of 99, and I know that Toy Story 2 came out around Thanksgiving in 1999. I just don't remember when Pokemon came out, and I think it was early. I think it was earlier than Star Wars. But anyways, one of the first movies that I saw in theaters as a kid, and I had, for the longest time, a lot of collectible things from it, like the gold cards from Burger King. I had the Dragonite card that you got when you went to go see it. I had a lot of stuff from it, and oh man, this is probably the best Pokemon movie, but it's not my favorite. My favorite's Pokemon 2000.
Oh, the one with Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Yeah.
It's insane that I even remember that, and I've only seen it once, and I saw it like when I was a kid.
Yep. But
Man.
Pokemon the first movies really, it's so good. I don't know what else to say. Have you seen the trailer for this? Did you get to watch it?
I have seen the trailer for it. I'll be honest. Originally, I was just kind of like, man, why? But but it does look good.
Mm-hmm.
It does look good. I wonder what liberties they're going to take with retelling the story, because they have to change some things.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want another Lion King on our hands.
This isn't live action, so
technically neither was that.
No, it wasn't, but it was.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and also maybe I was just watching it with I don't know, with like nostalgic goggles, but that animation, I haven't seen animation that good, like CG animation that good outside of Pixar.
Mm.
And it could just...
It's high praise.
I mean, it's just one trailer, and I saw it once, and I could be misremembering it, but I think it looked really good. I
agree. I think it looks good too. And nostalgia goggles aren't bad.
Yeah.
I don't think like nostalgia goggles can necessarily prevent a person from recognizing that something might be subpar in quality.
Mm-hmm.
You can be like, oh, I remember watching this. I remember loving watching this, as a kid. But like, yeah, but I think that this will be fun.
Yeah, I think it will too. And speaking of remakes in Pokemon, I actually just saw the trailer for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remake.
They're making the first one?
Yeah, they're remaking it for Switch.
Oh my goodness.
And its art style is beautiful. It is like hand drawn.
Oh, that's awesome. I need to look at that.
Yeah, it looks really good, because I think they're adding Gen 3 stuff.
Well, yeah, gotta go buy a Switch. I love the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. It's so good.
I've never played it, and I'm really excited to play.
They're such fun games.
I might look for one of them. I have a 3DS. I might look for one of them, because I feel like they're cheaper than the mainline Pokemon series. I'm gonna go to GameStop today.
Live on the air. You heard it here, folks.
I'm going to GameStop live on the air right now.
GameStop. Going to GameStop.
Owen.
And then come next week, I will no longer be the co-host, because I'm the cone host. I'm just gonna bring waffle cones to people.
Next topic.
So the NBA All-Star Game starting lineups have been announced. The NBA All-Star Game is taking place on February 16th, and I thought it's been really interesting how they've shifted and changed the format of kind of how they choose. They have it to where fan votes count for about 50%, and then coaches and players votes count for another percentage. And like they did last year and maybe the year before, they have people who are nominated as captains for the East and the West, and then they choose what their starting lineups are going to be. And for the second year running, Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks is the captain from the Eastern Conference, and LeBron James is the captain for the Western Conference. Obviously, LeBron plays for the Lakers now, who are doing really well. And kind of the Western Conference team kind of picked itself. I mean, Anthony Davis, obviously LeBron's going to pick one of his teammates. And then Kawhi Leonard, who plays for the Clippers now. And then Luka Doncic, so his second year, He won Rookie of the Year last year playing for the Dallas Mavericks. He's starting in the backcourt, and then James Harden is also starting in the backcourt. Interestingly, both people who were up for Rookie of the Year last year are starting, which means that Trae Young is the lone Atlanta Hawk who is starting in the All-Star game. And the Atlanta Hawks are god-awful this year.
Yeah, they are.
But Trae Young is great. So,
yeah.
God bless Trae Young. And so Trae Young is starting alongside Kemba Walker, who's playing for the Boston Celtics now in the backcourt, and then Joel Embiid. All of that kind of picked itself, and there was questions on who the next person was going to be, and Giannis ended up going with Pascal Siakam from the Raptors. So Jimmy Butler kind of got snubbed this year. He's had a good season with the Heat, probably not shooting as well as he would like to be. I think I saw that he was shooting 44% from the field and 26.3% from three, but he's putting up 20.3 points a game, something like that. So, I mean, it's really interesting. And this is LeBron James's 16th All-Star game.
That's ridiculous.
Which moved him to third place all time behind Kobe and Kareem.
Wow.
Yeah, and when he made his first appearance in the All-Star game in 2005, he hasn't missed one. And he started in every single All-Star game that he's made an appearance in. You want to talk about just a generational talent. I'm not saying he's better than MJ. However, he's very good. Yeah, I don't know. You have any thoughts to kind of add?
I just think it's interesting how in the East a lot of household names got passed over, like Ben Simmons. Like, I don't know how good he is anymore, but I mean, I know at least last year, 2 years ago, he was really good. I don't follow in the NBA that closely. When I lived with Nehemiah, I followed it pretty closely, just because he watched every game. But yeah, we discovered that this was February 16th. Where's the game going to be played? Do we know?
I'm trying to remember where. I actually let me look. Let me look that up real quick.
I will say that even though I don't follow the NBA really, I out of all of the All-Star games across like the major sports, NBA is probably the most fun.
Yeah, because it's an entire weekend of showcasing the talents of the individuals.
There's dunk contest, that kind of stuff.
The skills contest, the USA versus World game. Yeah. The celebrity game. It's a fun weekend. It's in Chicago this year.
Okay, yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and you can follow that up with the MLS All-Stars. That's probably the next most fun because you get all the best people from the MLS playing a really good, usually a pretty good team from around the world. And the worst one by far is the NFL Pro Bowl. It sucks.
I mean, you have NFL players who are just like, oh man, like I just got this hamstring thing that's just bothering me. I'm gonna have to not show up to anything football related until camps.
But also, a lot of the players that you want to see play in the game can't play because they're going to the Super Bowl.
Right. Which is something that they honestly should just omit players who are going to the Super because they're not going to play in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's actually a pretty good transition to our final topic.
Speaking of football, which
is Eli Manning is retiring after 16 seasons, and
dang,
he had a very interesting career, and I think that he deserved to go out better than he did. He didn't even go out as a starter.
Yeah.
This is a guy that won 2 Super Bowls, both against the Patriots. One of which, when the Patriots were supposed to be the best team of all time, This
The
guy,
helmet catch.
the helmet catch. Oh my
goodness.
gosh. He comes from a football family. To say he was inconsistent is probably very accurate. I do think that he probably will eventually end up in the Hall of Fame. And yeah, it's just kind of sad because the last 2 or 3 seasons he's really fallen off. He wasn't fortunate enough to be playing for a team that had a great general manager like John Elway did for the Broncos. Like John Elway was the general manager on the Broncos when Peyton was there. And by all accounts, pretty much Peyton had a terrible last season until the playoffs when he just lit it up, and then he got to go out on top, won the Super Bowl, retired. It just sucks for Eli. I feel like he had a really weird career. Do you remember when he was drafted?
Yeah.
He was like, I do not want to go to San Diego.
Yeah.
And somehow people worked it out. So where Phillip Rivers went to San Diego and he ended up going to New York. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, Peyton has commercials and Papa John's franchises, and Eli hasn't really been in anything.
Yeah.
You think he's going to be like a analyst or?
I honestly think that Eli will probably just go away from football.
You think?
I don't think that Eli is. I don't think he has the same. He doesn't have the same personality as Peyton, where Peyton is fine with being around the game, with fine kind of like putting his face on things. I don't think Eli is much more. He's always been much more of a reserved dude. Like he would kind of go out, play, and then just leave. You know.
Yeah.
And which is I don't know. I feel like he'll just kind of go away from football. I thought when Eli was on, he was a fantastic quarterback.
He really was.
But he was inconsistent, and you tend to be inconsistent when you play for teams that aren't consistent. Like you can't be good on a team that isn't good. I mean, look at like Brady this year. Brady is a picture perfect he's like the picture of like consistency when it comes to quarterback. But he didn't have the weapons, and so he looked really good in some instances, but in others, they got beat by the Tennessee Titans this year in the playoffs. You know and that's because they just didn't have the weapons necessary. So I feel bad for Eli because of what the Giants did to him. You know, and the situation that he was in. But at least he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
more than some can say. Yeah,
and one of those Super Bowls was like in his 3rd or 4th season, so pretty early on in his career.
Yeah.
I will say that the history of football will remember him as primarily as a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. I think because of that, people will tend to forget that he kind of waned off in his later years. Yeah.
I think that's the luxury of winning championships. Sorry to cut you off, but that's the luxury of championships because people can say, well, their QBR is this, and they didn't really do this and this and this and this, but he did win 2 Super Bowls.
Exactly.
So I mean, Peyton Manning won 1 Super Bowl and was a first ballot Hall of Famer. And it's one of those things where it's like Eli won. I mean, he didn't have the numbers that Peyton did, but he won 1 more Super Bowl than his brother, who was considered to be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. So I think he should be proud of his career, considering what he walked into.
Oh, just I guess. So Peyton actually won 2. He won 1 with Indianapolis and then 1. So they won the same amount, but Peyton had a way better career overall.
Yeah.
Breaking a lot of records and setting a lot of records. But It's interesting how different they'll look going into the Hall of Fame conversation. All right, I have a TV show in mind, and it is your turn to guess.
Yay!
That brings us to TV show 20 questions.
All right. Was this TV show's inception after 2000?
Yes.
All right. Was this TV show's inception before 2010?
Yes.
Ooh, man. Was this television show on a major cable network? I'm talking like Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC.
No.
Okay. Was this show? Did this show have an extended runtime? So 40 plus minutes?
No.
So it's a 20-minute runtime.
Yes.
Okay. Is the show live action?
No.
So the show's animated.
Correct.
Okay. Animated, 20-minute runtime. Not on a major cable network. So it's not like Family Guy or The Simpsons.
Correct.
And it was before 2010, but after 2000. Was this... Is it a comedy?
Not primarily.
Okay. Is it primarily action?
No.
Oh Lord. Is it a Disney show?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. I would have never gotten it. I'm just going to start guessing networks. Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Nickelodeon. Okay. Holy. I just had, like, there's a revolving door of animated Nickelodeon shows just go through my head. Okay, so was it before 2005?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I've probably seen this show. I'm going to kick myself if I don't get it.
You're on 10. That was 10 questions, by the way.
Okay. So I got 5 more.
Until the hint. Yep.
To my hint. Okay, so it's a Nickelodeon show. Would you say that it was the flagship show for Nickelodeon during its time on the air?
No.
Okay. Dang. Well, there goes that one guess. Would it be considered to be in the anime genre?
No.
Son of a...
It's not Teenage Robot.
It's not my life as a teenage robot. My life as a teenage robot. But
what a show.
Yeah, seriously. So it wasn't primarily comedy, but that was what the majority of Nickelodeon shows were. They were all funny. All of them. on the network that slimes people. Is this show? I'm not gonna ask that question. This is a stupid question. This is waste. You know what? I want to get to the hint. Was the show very popular during its time on the air?
I really don't know.
Okay. That's why I didn't want to ask that question.
Yeah.
That's okay. It can count, but
okay. Yeah.
There's no way to gauge popularity unless you look at metrics. Was that 13? 14?
That was 13.
Okay. Was the protagonist white? Was the protagonist white for the show?
Yes.
Okay. Was the protagonist male?
No.
Okay.
Okay, your hint is this show shared the same animation style as another Nicktoon.
Shared the same animation style. What? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm looking at shows in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to look at the animation styles. Was the show about a ghost?
Nope.
Son of a! It's not there. Was this show about fairy godparents?
No.
They share the same animation style.
They do. That's because they're by the same creator.
I know. I'm fuming. Oh man. And they was this show hand drawn?
Yes.
Is it Chalk Zone?
No.
Son of a.
You have another guess, and that's your last question.
No. I honestly have no idea.
Just take a stab in the dark.
That's what I just did. I took 3.
Take another stab in the dark.
Is this show as told by Ginger?
Yes!
Let's go, dude!
It shares the same animation style with the Wild Thornberries.
It does. Oh, man.
I don't know why. The other day I just randomly thought of that show. And I was like, oh, God, that show existed. And
that show's theme song was fire.
It was. Oh, man, what a show.
We're never going to end this.
We're not.
We're still tired.
We're just going to go back and forth forever.
Forever.
Well, dang. Good show, mate.
Good show.
You can find me, your host, Aaron Weiss, on Twitter and Instagram at The Weiss is Right. If you have any feedback, email feedback@weisscast.com, I think.
You tell we really keep up with the feedback.
You know what? I'm gonna check it live right now on the air.
Everything live on the air is happening. It's happening.
Yeah, it is. Wisecast Podcast.
I've downloaded Tetris Live on the air. It's all happened.
Yep. We don't have any feedback.
Good. Everybody's pleased.
So, yeah, good. If you want to help us keep the lights on, as it were, find us at patreon.com/Wisecast. You'll get the episode earlier. It's uncut, unedited, raw, unadulterated entertainment.
This is why we don't have any feedback.
This is why. And if you think of other incentives, email feedback at wisecast.com. Bryant, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BKStinson08.
Well, cool. I found the perfect outro music earlier, and it is the Tetris theme song Trap Remix by Septic Pimp.
What a great name.
We'll catch you next time.
J Squad. Attack!